Hey MTV, welcome to my crib.
I'm Max, and this is Sophie,
and we are now inside!
Yeah! We're really lucky that we have moved inside instead of working outside our old lockup. And in this new warehouse, we can be undercover, protected from all the elements. And we're really excited about that.
Let's get van done.
So first things first, we need to rip out all of the metal and flooring out the back of the van to give us a nice clean canvas to kind of treat and work on.
Yeah, so we need to get rid of the sheet metal that's in there. It's all riveted in. It's also welded in. So it's going to be an interesting one. We need to get rid of the bulkhead.
And the ramps.
And the seats.
So we have a lot to rip out. So we're going to give that a go now.
Wish us luck.
We started by drilling out the rivets one by one on each of the panels of sheet metal and lifted them out of the van. I feel like someone's about to draw like a white line around a murder scene. Can I move?
Oh. Are you like able to lay flat there?
Yeah, comfortably. Well, flat on a not flat surface.
Oh, I've got loads of room.
You've got like a bit of your head and completed it. There's your van conversion. Have a nap. So now that we have taken out all of the metal panelling on the back wall, which is the bulkhead of the sides, we're going to start removing the panelling from the two ramps and then start to have a look at the framework that's underneath. So we're going to start by drilling out all the rivets and wrap it, and then just lift the sheet material off like we did on the walls.
And this time Max trusted me with the drill. So we've just managed to remove the checker plate that was on these ramps, and we can now see properly how they are attached to the wheel arches. Now they are unfortunately more welded in than we first thought. So if you can see here, they are siliconed in and cut into the wheel arch, but they're also spot welded in. So although we can unbolt some of it, we are probably going to need somebody's expertise for welding at some point. Because can you weld, Max?
Yeah, give it a go. Fine. That fill you with confidence?
Yeah, so much confidence. Welding.
Cut.
So the next job is going to be to get rid of this bulkhead here. It is carpeted in disgusting grey carpet, and we're hoping it's going to give us a few extra inches in length when we're planning the van. Oh, come on. What else am I going to say?
You can't say that.
Okay. I did it.
No, you did. What I really like about our van is that it's got two sliding doors with windows on both sides, and also this skylight. Both the sliding doors also have windows that open in them, which we think is really useful for our future plans. I can't shut that now. We've got a sliding door on each side of our van, and we're not sure if we're going to block one up yet with like a kitchen or a sofa or something like that. Just leave one accessible, but we're looking at our ideas for now. Next we are gonna remove these, Jesus Christ woman. Cut. Next we're gonna remove these seats and then rip the carpet off of the bulkhead and see what's behind it. We'll then go try and remove the bulkhead and give that a go.
I can't wait to get rid of the grey carpet.
ASMR, innit? We're going to start by removing these hooks, and coat hooks and electrical supply, and then we're going to try and take out this overhead storage compartment, which has some lighting in it also, and then remove our bulkhead. The parcel shelf, the overhead storage is out. Had a lot of screws in and a lot of cabling ran into it, but we've got it down now. Next step, bulkhead.
So we think we've got the bulkhead in a place where we can start unscrewing it. Now this carpet is holding on for its dear life, but we've managed to uncover where the joins are, so where the screws are, and hopefully we don't have to tackle any more of the carpet before we can pull this wood out.
So after we undid all the screws and cut through all the silicone, we then managed to lever off the plywood face on the front and back of the bulkhead.
I'm about to break it. Right, darling, come on. What have we just done, Sophie?
You've ripped out the bulkhead finally, and I can now officially walk from the front to the back of the van. So much room! There's so much more space than we thought there was going to be, so we're really, really happy with it. Once the bulkhead was out, we had to go and remove even more of the grey carpet. We had to get our masks on because there was old insulation stuffed into the crew cab.
And we're also taking out the headliner because we're going to use this space for storage.
So before we take the floor out, we're going to have to remove this metal framework, which was the ramps in the back for the car transporter. We've had these additional strips of metal riveted into the ribs at the side of the van, and then the framework is welded to that, so we're going to have to chop here and do the same on the other side. We're then unscrewed at these points here, and then it's welded in at the bottom and on the wheel arches too. So we're going to start at this end, probably chop the bottom, and then see what we can do with the wheel arches. Next time we'll go look at angle grinding through this steel here, so chopping through it straight down through this box section that makes up the framework to help it become free. We'll have to do a few more chops slightly higher up, and then hopefully we'll be able to lift this out as one piece. No wonder I can't see out of them. Can you clean them for me?
Yeah.
Look at them.
Ew.
So one of our next big jobs is to remove the Unwin rails from the floor, and these are what our second row of seating were attached to the van through.
We're going to start by soaking the bolts in WD-40, and they're about every 10-12 centimetres. And we're going to let them soak, and then we're going to use our impact driver with a hex bit and hopefully lift them out and then lift up the rails.
Let's get these suckers out. Angle grinding looked so cool that I had to get Max to teach me how to do it. So here's me angle grinding.
And there we have it. We have finished angle grinding out our ramps. And what are we going to do next?
Oh, we're gonna lift them out. I'm feeling very strong.
You want to go that end, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right, you ready?
Yeah. And I can walk here. And I can walk here.
As you can see, we had to chop out over the wheel arches. So we have small holes where it was welded.
Small holes.
But we're either going to patch this or lower this down and reduce the height of the wheel arches anyway. So the next step is removing the aluminium flooring. We're really lucky with our van that even if you're stood all the way at the side, we've still got really good headroom all the way across. Because I'm exactly 6 foot. Don't laugh. But, I'll be able to stand up wherever I am in the van, even once we've insulated the floor and ceiling slightly under the rib. I've still got 2 or 3 inches there.
Be tall.
Think tall things.
Think tall
To
things.
be fair, that's on my tiptoes and I'm still only just touching them. I can actually, it's 6 foot wide. GoPro away, come on, that's the next thing from my bag.
So after the rip out was complete, the next stage is designing. We started by drawing an outline of the van in our front room. We made sure we had all of the key components that we really wanted, and we were able to plan out a layout that really works for us.
Before we fully committed to a design, we wanted to get the feel of the inside of the van, so we collected up all of the cardboard and all of the gaffer tape that we could find and lay our hands on to kind of recreate what we designed on the lounge floor up inside the van. So we stuck the cardboard all over the place where we'd have our shower room and our kitchen counters and our bed, so we could stand in the middle of the van and feel what it will truly feel like once it's all built.
I'm so glad we did this stage of our design because I needed to experience this design in 3D before I could really commit to it. And I really like it. Hey, hello and welcome to our cardboard van. So we have tried to plan out as close as possible to what it's going to be, the layout of our van. Now, I'll give you a quick tour through. Obviously things might change as we build, but this is kind of the gist of it. This side is going to be our kitchen. We're going to have a cooker and burner here. We're going to put in a vent up the top here so that we can get rid of all the cooking smells. There'll then be a sink, loads of storage underneath, and then hopefully this part here will have a little bit of a flap that comes up and extends our worktop space, because one thing we really wanted was a nice large kitchen to be able to cook lots of yummy things on.
All the food.
All the food, all the food. On this side we have a ready-built sofa area. We're going to build in kind of like box seats with 2 sides of cushioning on, so that we'll have storage underneath, and then also we can turn this area into a single bed. So we'll be able to drop the table down, add in extra foam, and it will turn into a bed. We can also then put a back on it, and because these are already 2-sided, we can turn it into a sofa. So it'll be nice, we can relax here, eat here, work here. Be a really good multi-purpose area for us. Moving back into the van, we're going to try and keep as much of our utilities as possible on this side. So because the sink's this side, we've put our bathroom this side. Now this very nicely designed cardboard shower and toilet area. It is quite large, but we've had to keep it large because of the wheel arch. Now our toilet is going to be on top of the wheel arch like a throne. So you have to climb up into the toilet. But because the wheel arch is there, it meant we couldn't really combine the toilet and the shower. So although this is going to be 1 through room, we have the toilet at one end and the shower down the other. So on this side we have more overhead storage, which is going to run up to this point. Now it has to stop here because here is going to be the burner chimney flue, I suppose, for the burner. So we'll have our fridge this end, big chunk of storage in the middle, and then our little teeny tiny burner is going to sit in line with the top of the counter in this area here. So it's going to keep us nice and warm in our bed, and also help warm the rest of the van. So the last bit of our van is the bed. So this is going to be how high it is to the top of the mattress, and we will have storage underneath, so 3-4 drawers. Hopefully you'll be able to keep some clothes and stuff in there. And then the last bit we have is this area here, which is going to be a metal panel that's going to help protect the bed against the burner, but also kind of keep this all symmetrical, because Max likes symmetry, don't you, Max?
Yes, very much so. It makes me happy.
Good.
Almost as much as you made me happy.
Oh, very cute. So that's our cardboard van. Real van pending.
Beep, beep.
Snap. To the real thing.
And we're going to leave you there for this week while we think a bit harder about our van design for our build.
And if you have any comments at all or suggestions, please drop them down below because we need all the help we can get.
All the help. And please like and subscribe because that really helps our channel. And thank you for those first 100 subscribers we've reached with our first video.
Thank you so much. We didn't believe that was going to happen. That's amazing.
See you next Sunday.
Bye.